with all due respect to the friends I have across the aisle, on this one, you've gone too far. And those are not my words. Those are the words of your friends in the media. And let me quote for the record some of the editorials that have been written about this so-called redistricting plan. Our friends at the Star-Ledger called it a power play that should offend all of us. Asbury Park Press wrote, "It is utterly shameless effort to advance a democratic cause." And this morning, and you're going to hear from him soon, is Patrick Murray, who said, "I'm left with one conclusion. This is a bald-faced attempt to pull the wool over the voters' eyes." When we discuss bills and we discuss policy on the floor of the House, there are disagreements, and most of the policies have short-term consequences. Redistricting in this way has an extremely detrimental long-term consequence to the voters, and that is permanent one-party rule in this state. And of course, I guess politics is a tough profession, and I can understand why the Democratic Party would like to dominate the legislature forever under a constitutional amendment. But I would ask all of you to consider what almost everyone in the media has said. This is bad public policy, and it no longer gives the public the opportunity to change the legislature if they believe it's necessary and they disagree with the policies. I know you're not going to answer questions, but let me pose these questions, and at some point, hopefully either on the floor of the legislature or today, we'll get some answers. If competitiveness is the true goal of this policy, why not call for the most number of competitive districts possible and allow a commission to determine which map creates the most competitive map for redistricting purposes? I would also ask the Democrats, have you seen any models, any computer models that have indicated that a true competitive map can be created based on the process set forth in this constitutional amendment? And if you have, and you believe there is a competitive outcome, please provide that to us. I suspect, because my friends across the aisle are pretty good politicians, and I suspect that you've looked at this every which way but loose. And I suspect that if there was any opening for real competition, this would not be the constitutional amendment you would propose. I would suggest that politics is the sole reason for this constitutional amendment, and policy is the last possible reason. I have proposed early on a constitutional amendment that actually, in my judgment, would make competitiveness real. And I would ask you, if you somehow post this constitutional amendment for the voters, post my constitutional amendment right next to it, and let them choose between your competitiveness and my competitiveness. On that, I do want to compliment Patrick Murray for his outstanding writing on this issue. He's testified before the Senate committee, and I expect him to testify shortly here. In conclusion, Governor Kane once said that 70% of the people in New Jersey want us to govern from the middle. If you gerrymander these districts where there is no hope for real competitiveness, we will never have government from the middle, and that's what I think the people in New Jersey really want. Thank you very much.